Hello again, whiskey friends. Thanks for joining everybody for another Whiskey Wednesday. We got quite the show planned for tonight. We got Cam in the back from Drums and Drams, and the Blendaggedon champion, Darrell, has set up 4 blends for us tonight that we have to decode, and we are going to see what is in these blends shortly here, at least the components. Then we got to guess the components together. So it's going to be a real interesting night. We'll see where it goes. So thank you for joining us tonight. Let's kick off the show. As is the new Whiskey Wednesday tradition, let's kick things off with a wheel spin to see what we're going to pregame with while we are saying hi to everybody. So let us know what you're drinking in chat as well as we kick things off. Ooh. All right, we're going with a made in not Tucky. Made in not Tucky. So you can pick whatever you want as long as it wasn't distilled in Kentucky. That fits pretty darn well, Cam. You're already doing that. So first, let's bring in Kelsey. Kelsey, how nervous are you tonight going through these blends?
Not too nervous. We usually do pretty well about breaking down the components. It's just depending on how hard he made it. It'll be interesting to see also, not knowing Cam's palate as well as I know yours and Darrell's. That makes a bigger difference for me.
I don't know, though. You say that. Last time we did the game with Cam where we had all of the out-of-order samples, we nailed it. So we were able to riff off each other and articulate at least the notes to get our palates more in line. So I think if nothing else, we'll just rely on our ability to articulate some notes.
Yeah, I think so, too. It's going to be a lot of fun. No matter what, I'm excited for getting to drink some of that blends tonight. Welcome everybody into the chat. There's so many of you already in here. We appreciate you guys being here. 29 so far. Make sure you guys go vote for Jeff and Darrell and Matt Madness as well.
Yep, scrolling across here.
Scrolling across the screen to remind you. It'll be interesting. Speaking of Matt Madness, how all that works out this year. Obviously, I think it's going to be interesting to see who votes for who, but also who actually is the dark horse in the race once those people are selected. So we'll see what happens.
We will see. Well, let's bring on the other Matt Madness hopeful and the Blendaggedon champion, Darrell.
What's going on, gents and ladies in chat? It's going to be fun, man. I've been super excited about this since I actually started kind of making some blends, man. So the main thing is hopefully they're enjoyable. I do want honest opinions. If something's off-putting, you guys let me know. If you enjoy it, let me know as well. Just gives me kind of some constructive criticism into which route I may go next time. That's a good one too. The Granders, man. That's
this one was in a Woodford barrel for a year too. So
thanks, buddy. There you go.
Darrell, all your samples are awful.
That's all right.
I need to bring you down a few pegs with Dusty Dance tournament on the way, Matt Madness potentially.
Yeah, man.
You got too much momentum coming in here. I got to take you down a few.
And he had a blending session with Greg Metz. I mean, Jesus.
Yeah, that was fun too, man. Yep. Stay tuned for that, man. That may be something special for them, man, because their stuff's been a little up in the air with me for some of the core releases and some of the single barrels.
Yeah.
I don't catch myself buying them.
They're hit and miss depending on who picks them. Like a lot of brands for me. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, but it was interesting being able to kind of have full reign to blend whatever you want, while doing it. Yes, buddy.
Well, let's bring in our special guest. We got Cams from Drums and Drams, and he has been getting into some Detling. So he was already playing by the Made Not in Kentucky rules. Cam, how you doing tonight, buddy?
Good, man. Yeah, this Detling is, and anybody in the chat who's tried any of this stuff, let me know what you think of it. I picked up 2 different things today. Single barrel cast strength, and then this gold wax, which is, I think, a weeder or something like that. And I actually paired the single barrel earlier with some chocolate, like midday. Probably shouldn't have been having a drink then. But, oh, man, this stuff's good with chocolate, I'll tell you that. Because it tastes like chocolate.
Yeah, I would say if you're a cigar smoker and you haven't tried cigars with either one of those, those are killer pours for that. Especially if you like chocolate and coffee, or pairing it with a cigar and coffee with that in the coffee is just a trifecta. Just FYI.
Nice.
All right.
Also,
so what's your
this blunt blend, which I do not partake in those particular things, but even so, this is actually really good, man. Madeira and Armagnac. I think Madeira finishes are so underrated.
Mm-hmm.
Just, I don't know.
They're very hard to get right too, though.
Yeah.
To pull them at the right time.
Yeah.
I like Madeira.
Oh,
So, Cam, I was over there for Barrels for Hope pick. I know you did a pick like about 2 weeks later and got to hang out with Macaulay too, and that table was filled with Glens.
yeah,
just
man.
like it was for us.
Crazy.
What'd you end up picking?
We got a 10-year bourbon, 10-year MGP. And I'm nervous about the price point. 150 is not cheap. So that's like my only hang up about it is because other places have it between 90 and 125. And I mean, I think we picked a really good barrel, but I'm just nervous because it's it'll be the second pick to drop. And so doing 115 for the River Roots and then 150 for this, I'm like, I don't want to be known as the person that's only like doing, expensive picks.
You're only picking the premium barrels here.
Yeah. I don't like that. I want something
It's
affordable
killer
too.
stuff, though. You know
That's
what I mean?
true.
Good stuff.
That's true. I mean, dude, everything I tried at Dark Hearts was really good.
I haven't had any of this stuff yet.
That was one heck of a tasting.
Oh my god! And the French oak, like the core range red label French oak finish. I hate French oak, and I was like fawning over it. That might have still been the favorite thing I tried all day, besides our pick. I mean, it was very good.
Nice. I think I got one from Barrels for Hope coming soon. I think I went with White Port. I forget which one I even went with, but pretty excited to dive into that because I haven't had anything from that brand yet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that White Port was good too. Well, let's say hi to some people here as we're getting everything together. Kelsey, why don't you kick things off?
Oh, the executive producer was first tonight. Cheers, Todd. He was drinking already this afternoon, blowing my phone up while I'm at work, drinking some really, really cool pours. So cheers to you, buddy.
There's no one we hang out with more than Todd that knows how to lay on the FOMO. I'll tell you what.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, you guys, please go check out Mark at Northwest Bourbon. Support him, an awesome vet. 11 from 1,000 subs. Go over there and give him a sub, everybody. Let's get him over 1,000. Thanks for putting that in there, Bourbon. Cheers to you, buddy. Top Dog is in the house. Oh my God, I'm last now. I know who the past executive producer is. You're not first.
You're last.
Jason, cheers to you, buddy. Maureen Franchi, cheers to you. Tim Cornet, Slapshot. Hey, Slapshot, I finally got the beard grown back out at least close to what it was before. I'm still waiting for you to go back to the mustache, dude. I still think the mustache. John's Kranz is in the house. Christine. Oh, I didn't select that one here. Here we go. John Kranz, Christine Vasco. Thank you so much. Good to see you in here. I'll get to your super chat in just a moment. Sugar Kitty. Oh my gosh, that guy's whack. T. Jarrett. Wise guy Stu.
Hey, Stu. Good timing.
Today was influenced by you, buddy.
Absolutely. This game is kind of really something that Stu did with us a while back, which we found a lot of fun. So we thought we'd throw Cam into the middle of everything. Cheers, y'all. Sounds like Nash Tucky is the answer. Cali Drams, Jake, good to see you in here, bud. Top Dog, we said hello to you. Christine, thank you so much for the super chat.
I got to hang out with Christine.
Hang out with her.
Weekend, man. It was fun. We had a good time. We had a derby party. It was great.
Nice.
Awesome. Richie Z, the legend. Cheers, man. Good to see you as well. Let's see who else. We're getting close to being caught up here. David, cheers to you, man. It's going to be a battle, that's for sure. Peter B, cheers to you as well. Let's see. Joe, the sample guy, thanks for being in here. Cheers to you. And the man, the myth, the legend, the drummer himself, Cheech Ardolino. Cheers, man. Guys, make sure that you don't already know about Cam, which you should. Make sure you go over and check his channel out. And doing great content, as well as, making all the controversial videos that can be made for fun. I loved poking the bear. That's always fun.
It's always good.
I promise I don't do it on purpose.
Poke the bear. I'm not brave enough to do it.
You do it on purpose.
A little bit. Well, now it's what's really funny is like the real nasty comments. I love getting into the comment section and people are like, that Cam guy, he just loves drama, and I'm like, tell me about it. Like, I just love to jump in, but like just bash on myself with them, because then a lot of people don't know what to say after that. They're like, oh, okay, Anyways, I just want to say real quick, thanks for having me on, guys. This is going to be like, it's been a real crazy last like 4 or 5 weeks for me, and so this is the first thing I'm doing after a bunch of shows, and I'm very excited because I have no idea what to expect, and Darrell's always so good at blending, so this is going to be very cool.
Oh, God, don't talk it up now. They could all be really bad.
Bro, your stag blend is still legendary in my mind.
I love that.
God, that blend was good.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. I think we're getting pretty close to being caught up here. Just let me sift through here. I don't know that I've seen this one. Tyleezy, cheers, man. Uncourt, cheers to you as well. Running a bit late. The best is in the house. Katie, cheers to you. Already said cheers to the man, the myth, the giant. Ethan, good to have you in here as well, buddy, as always.
It's the laser code on this stream, huh?
Yeah, exactly. What's the laser code?
If it starts with A23, it's the good one.
Yeah. I'm going to get that tattooed on my butt or something,
I concur. It is the good one.
You should just get C laser code and have it pointed down.
Oh, shit. Jeez.
All right. Then for super chats, everybody, want to get some samples out of this Kelvin 6 series here. So
nice.
I'm going to be giving away a flight. The featured pour in the flight will be the Kelvin Collaboration 6. I'll do a blind flight around it too, so you get to have some fun. But this one will be labeled Darrell.
Yeah, I'm going to do a flight as well, and the featured pour would be the 2024 Makers 10.
Ooh,
nice. Uncorked is in.
All right.
You can use a 4-gate flight.
I am going to do a flight of Starlight, but I am going to do a featured pour because I need to open it.
Oh, you haven't even opened that bottle, you show?
No. I haven't opened this bottle.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Nice.
So we'll do a sample of the newest stag. I just got that a little while ago, so we'll crack that open and give that away and sample that out. So it'll be Starlight, three different Starlights, and then a GTS 2023. So make sure you guys get on the super chats if you haven't tried that. It's definitely worth trying. I know I have enjoyed it from samples. So
actually, I'll throw something else into. We got it yesterday with Greg Matz. I got a signed. Actually, where's the hat? Let me see.
What are you getting into? You guys just like making me type. All right.
Greg signed an old elk hat yesterday
sweet.
When we were blended with him. So I'll throw that in
Nice.
for the chat as well.
Very nice. As a separate winner or part of your sample pack?
Separate winner. So we'll do 4.
Right.
So while Jeff's typing, Cam, For those, obviously, there's probably not many, but that don't know when you stream and what time you normally stream, go ahead and tell everybody where they can find you.
Yeah, so the channel's Drums and Drams, and streams are Thursday night, so tomorrow night, and then we're pretty much permanently now moving to a 9 p.m. Eastern time start. So tomorrow will be live then, and then I have no idea what we're gonna do tomorrow, but we'll see. Maybe Detling and Dark Art, all this stuff that's out, and I don't know.
And anything else news-wise? I know you said we're working on some picks and we had one drop and then you're about to have another one. If you want to share that or not, or
yeah, the Patreon that we've got is, $5, $10, $25, or $50 a month, and that kind of, as normal Patreons do, you get higher access to picks, which we just started, and we've got a Dark Arts pick that should drop in the next week or two, which is a 113 proof 10-year MGP, 36% rye bourbon. And then the next pick is going to be a Middle West wheat whiskey, 6+ years old at 130 proof. That's going to drop, I think, in June. And then hopefully our second, we're doing another River Roots rye pick. People seem to really like that rye. I'm going up to pick that next week, and that'll drop sometime this summer. And same with the Junkies Evernorth pick sometime this summer. So we're doing it like once a month, basically. Yeah.
That's cool.
All right.
Very cool.
Oh, shoot. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think so.
I gotta stop smelling Detling.
Do we open the paper first or do we do the...
Open the paper.
Okay.
So you can see what list of bottles are on there.
Okay.
Hey, look, Jeff, I can actually read his handwriting.
Oh, this is actually this is somewhat tame, actually. There's only 13 bottles.
Only 13 bottles, everybody.
I thought this could have
here.
I thought this could have been much worse.
I was tempted, but there's 2 4-parts, I think a 3-part and a 2. So I didn't want it to be too tough because it's already hard enough. Like when we did it the first time, like we were getting maybe 1 to 2 bottles in each of them. Like it's hard.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna actually implement to make it not easier but more helpful. I'll give you guys like 3 guesses per sample to be like how many I got right. I'm not going to tell you what components are right if you do name it, but I'll let you know if you have like just say 1 part right, 2 part right. So you can ask like 3 questions per sample once you're kind of like honed in on what samples you think are in it.
Cool.
Yeah, awesome. So I think that'll help a bit because otherwise it is tough. Even though like a lot of these like on their own, like everybody probably had, and you can maybe pick them out individually when they're kind of mixed in, like it gets a little up in the air, which you'll probably see once you start tasting.
So
oh my gosh.
Real quick, there's a few I don't know. The Foursquare Nobiliary or whatever, is that a rum?
It is a rum.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yeah, that's a rum.
It's a 14-year, I believe, or 15-year cash strength rum.
And then the 4-Gate Andalusia, what are the finishes on that?
That is Australian port, I believe.
Okay, cool.
Right? You got that, Jeff?
Well, port and rum, right?
Actually, I have it right here. Hold on.
No, sherry and rum. Wait, is it number 1? Yeah. Is it 1 or 2?
Sherry dark rum. So yeah,
Sherry
it's basically those single barrels that came out last year. It's those same finishes.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then we got Stranahan, so we got the American single malt in there. We got 2 Irish to keep an eye out for.
Yeah, you got rum
with the red breast and the red breast. Yep, we got the 12-year and we got the Tawny Port. All right.
See if I hit him enough on there.
He's taking us on a ride on this one.
Okay, this will be fun.
The main thing is seeing if you can maybe pick it off the nose. On the palate, I think some of the components may be a little presentable, but I tried to hide them.
Awesome, Bourbon Engineer. Thank you. I appreciate that so much.
Nice.
So you guys feel free to dive in whenever you like. I'm going to be drinking along with you, and I'll try to keep up with chat while you guys do this as well.
All right.
I'm texting my wife the link to the stream right now. I'm gonna say like the stream. No, maybe she'll tune in. All right, Glass A, huh?
No, tell her to like the stream too. Yeah. If like helps.
She'll like it. She knows when I send her a video, she knows what that means. Please like.
All right. Well, cheers, everybody.
Cheers, man.
Yeah.
Oh wow. This is some dark chocolate and dark fruit.
Oh, jeez. Kara's yelling at my little man.
Dude, this smells like raspberry chocolate. You know what I'm saying? Like a
raspberry chocolate. Honestly, Kelsey, are you getting the note? The NBC note?
I was going to say Presto comes across real strong to me.
What do you, Cam? What do you
that?
kind of think of the Nashville Barrel Company 6-year pick from Jason? It's the it's whether they're barreling or what they're doing. I get that.
Is it the BT possible stuff?
No, this is going to be the MGP.
Okay. I don't know. I didn't know their picks.
No, it's that pencil shaving comes across real strong.
I don't think there's anything else on here. They got the copper and cast, I suppose. But yeah, the berries are there too. I got to get past that note. Kelsey and I sometimes have a problem getting past that note.
Which note is it?
The pencil shavings note, which comes across, which is the oak that they use.
That used oak, like the reused oak. Yeah. It's a weird, it like tightens a whiskey up. You know what I mean? I don't know. To me, it just feels like you got to dig beneath that note. I also get like, there's maybe a little bit of nuttiness to this. There's maybe like a Knob Creek type nuttiness going on, like in the background. Or yellow. I mean, could be Yellowstone also, I guess.
And that Yellowstone is a 115 proof single barrel.
Okay.
Just for transparency, because you're not familiar with that bottle, I don't think either.
No.
It was a pick that I think all three of us have actually.
Cheers, Sam.
One important thing for us to be calling out throughout this. Oh, Travis. Thank you, buddy. Gonna go with Cam's expertise.
Unless he had some Fireball, then he's got no hope.
There's no such thing as expertise with Whiskey Tube. It's just called sad people and addiction. No, I'm just...
I'm getting a lot of ethanol on this. Are you guys getting quite a bit of ethanol too?
Yeah. I think, what's coming off kind of ethanol to me is like a melon note or like a pear skin, apple skin, and it feels bright. Yeah. And I could mistake that for ethanol or vice versa. And that could be like an Irish whiskey thing. I don't know.
I'm starting to get to it. Either the Stranahan's or the Redback breasts. Either one, though, technically, because you were calling out the fruits earlier. Maybe we'll get that exposed on the palate. A thing to agree on kind of up front. Any detection of a rum.
I did initially.
Maybe.
The longer that I'm smelling and tasting this, not so much.
Okay. We'll have to think about that as we go through each one.
Rum comes across a little bit more distinct on the palate too, so maybe once you guys taste, you'll know or not know if there is rum in it.
Yeah. Like, to me, sometimes I get rum and Irish mixed up, on the nose especially. Like, or even light whiskey can be in that category.
Rum and light whiskey was my thing. Like, I kept until I drank enough rum, like specifically Foursquare, I was able to discern the two. But like prior to it, when I first thought, I was like, crap, they smell alike. I don't know which one's what.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
going for a taste. I'm going to join.
Let's do it.
I'm ahead of you guys. Sorry.
I just took mine. Sorry. Ooh. It is very woody. Very, very woody.
All of the spice I get right in the smack dab center of my tongue. All the rye spice. It kind of falls off on the finish, though, as far as being long. It's up front, and then it kind of fades pretty fast. It doesn't really have much on the backside of it.
What do you think of? Did you get any detection of port between mid palate and the finish?
I'm getting something finishing in there. There's like a stickiness to it, like a sticky fruit. I could, yeah. I mean, I could see it being that 4-gate. Because I don't know that. Is there a port finish on here?
It's a red breast.
The
It
red
would just
breast
be
is
the
the
red
tonic
breast.
port.
Oh, good call.
Tonic port, though, has a different, quite a bit different profile than regular port finish would be, though.
Yeah, I think it is more like a sherry. I could be
Yeah.
bought into that 4-gate.
I could see this being the Nashville, the 4-gate, or sorry, the 4-gate, the 4 square, and like, little knob or Yellowstone. Like that's I know that's just like very fast to guess all of those, but that's like where my head immediately goes. I don't feel like there's ECBP in here, but I mean, I guess it depends on which one. Like this has the character actually of like C923, the good at laser code. which to me was like raspberry fruits. Like I could see that maybe, but
I mean, on my sheet, he didn't mark which ECBP it is, so it's clearly the C923A22.
yeah, gotta hide that fact.
He was looking to get rid of it.
It's actually a single barrel, the one I've used.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's
How
not
old is
that? It's a 9-year.
Okay.
9-year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's pretty neutral. I was going into this. One thing we never discuss typically is proof, but I don't think it's going to matter on most of these. Most of these are very similar proofs, probably except that red breast tawny port. That's the only one that's going to be a little lower. So
yeah,
that probably doesn't help us at all.
Man,
I do get that tannin note more the more that I drink this, that drying tannin note on the palate of like a finished whiskey would be. I'm kind of leaning where Cam is on the beam part of that. I'm wondering if that's the part that is a little bit off-putting to me. It's a little bit nutty, a little bit tannin forward for me, which I don't like Jim Beam profile most of the time.
Going back to the nose, would you think any Irish and or the Stranahans? Because those two I can get confused on.
I think the Stranahans is even more fruit forward than this. It's a richer. Depends on how much you put in it. But my memory serves me as that is like Buffalo Trace, like fruity.
Yeah, that bottle's similar to that profile. Such a good
I don't
strain.
get that here. All right, guys, make sure you guys are checking out what we're giving away for Super Chats. Jeff's giving away a flight with the new Kelvin 6. Darrell is going to be doing a flight with the Michter Spin.
Yep, the new
And
one.
then the 2024 10. And then also he'll also do a separate giveaway for a sign hat by Greg Metz, which he just got to do a blending with. And I'm going to do a Starlight 3-pack of finished whiskeys along with the new GTS 2023. So make sure you guys get in on that. Don't miss out.
Oh. And everybody, Jason's not going live tonight, so we can be a bit more relaxed on whatever the heck we want to do here.
Yeah,
Nice.
you guys don't got to rush through it. Take your time, but make sure you taste through them all before, like if you got like one solid one that you know what I mean, consensus. You can throw that in there, but taste through them all.
I've got a blank page that I'm keeping notes on. I haven't written anything officially yet.
All right.
The thing about this Glass A, man, is it has got so much cinnamon, like so much spice to it. I mean, to me, it's just like so woody and spicy on the palate. I'm just trying to think
what would contribute to that.
Yeah, because I think there could be possibly an Irish or a rum type thing in here. If so, I think it's way in the background. I think the majority of this is like, I don't know, NBC for sure. I think is like you guys are saying.
It's screaming Irish to me. There's a softness, particularly like right at the front and mid palate, that catches me as well, is like this distinct characteristic that, and then I get some shortbread cookie. That's why I was trying to distinguish if it was the Irish or if it's the Stranahans. But as Kelsey's saying, there's not, I don't know, it's a different kind of fruit there. I think the fruit's coming from a finish versus coming from the whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
let's move to glass B then, and we want to circle back on this.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
We got to do a process of elimination as we get there. We have to at least figure out like the tent pole sample of each one, the one we're most confident in, and that'll help us get there.
Darrell, are any of these reused between the blends?
You're muted, buddy.
All right. Each bottle is only used once.
Oh, okay. Okay, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Ben says, if we get Northwest Bourbon to 1,000 subs during the stream, he'll throw in a sample set as well. How far away is he? I think he was, like 13 when he came
11 when he came on.
11 or 12. People were giving us 11 or 12.
There you guys. If you guys aren't subscribed already, head over to Northwest Bourbon. Give him a like and a subscribe on one of the videos. Get him to 1,000. Mark's a good man.
Only 11 subs to go. Oh,
I know. Let's make his night. It's such a relief to get over that.
It's like all the multiple channels start coming out. Let me log into this one. Let me log it out.
Yeah.
We'll get you there, Mark. He said I'll put a dusty sample in the set as a feature. Ooh. If you know Ben, he has a lot of dusty whiskey.
Oh my gosh. There we go, Gary. Gary's throwing down too. All right. We got a lot of little samples that'll get in here.
How far are you away?
Both of those guys have killer collections, so there's no slouches on that for sure.
Yeah. So Gary probably needs everybody to subscribe about 12 times. So get all of your other accounts going, but we'll get Gary over there too.
We just got him to 1,000.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Nice. Congrats, Mark. I'm not sure if you're in here, but cheers to you.
Congrats, buddy.
Ooh. I like this one.
Took a sip of B.
Yeah.
Wow, B is like on the nose. It's way darker, actually. Dang.
Yeah, it is.
I thought A was dark at first, but maybe that's just, I don't know.
This thing sticks to the glass too, man. You see some long legs.
Oh my gosh.
What's going on with this? This does not smell like Irish or rum or anything like that at all to me. This smells like pure bourbon.
Bourbon greatness.
Mm.
Yes, that has hair on it from today. I didn't know where the... Sorry.
Ooh, interesting lull on the mid palate, though, to me.
I get hints of the hard truth rye up front, Jeff. Are you getting that on the palate?
Ooh. Yeah, there's some distinct fruitiness that happens on the front and at the end.
And it finishes really strong, too. Like, like the fruit finishes on the front and the back, but also the rye spice hits harder on the back end than it does on the front.
Cam,
I think
going
I
back
agree
to what
with
you
you.
said,
Yeah.
that mute note sometimes that you get mid palate,
Yeah.
that I get more often than not on something new riff related.
I could see that.
When you say that, I think new riff.
Yeah, I could see that. To me, it's just to me, it's also just a product of blending. Oftentimes, the thing that gets canceled out to me is the mid palate. It's like, I don't know why that happens. Cue me talking about the Junkies Dark Arts double barrel blend that canceled out the mid palate. Dan's gonna hate me, but but when we were blending at Dark Arts and doing those double barrels, every other blend that we did had a canceled out mid palate. It was all muted because it's just like some of them just don't work together, you know.
So you're saying for this one, mid gets a little canceled out, but kicks back up on the finish?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's so much rye going on.
How are the flavors coming across?
Good.
Real good.
Yeah.
It's a fruity rye for me.
Yeah. It screams that hard truth rye in the beginning to me.
This one's 3-part, so it's a little easier.
Yeah, this is interesting. There's a little grassiness to it too, which to me is like the Hard Truth Rye can get a little bit that way. You know, it's very sweet, but almost a little grassy. But it's crazy how it ramps up after like the muted mid palate. It ramps into the finish.
Yeah,
It's
that's
really-
like almost effervescent, like
Yeah,
towards the end of the finish. It's weird. It's different.
it is weird.
Go back to the nose now that we've been getting to know it, and that dark note that we all latched onto is like not there as much as it was on initial impression.
You're right. You're right. I still am getting on this. To me, it's like a lot of like coffee, almost. Like there's a darkness to it that's a little bitter. It's got a little bite. It's funny though. Now smell this and then smell glass one. I'm convinced. I'm convinced glass one has rum in it now. I'm convinced.
Ooh, what happened there?
I know. I am convinced.
Whoa.
Isn't that crazy how one affects the other or brings something out in the other that wasn't there originally? That's crazy. That's the other thing too. As we're doing these blends, but not also the blends, but the order in which we're tasting them is going to have a huge effect on the other ones.
Yeah.
That's always surprising to me.
Yeah, I took note. Like I put down some tasting notes on a couple of them. I probably should have did it for all of them, but I tasted them in the order that you guys are doing them. Like I created them first and tasted them A, B, C, D, just to see if. And I based the notes that I did place upon tasting them in that order. You know, so we'll see. Like I will say, you guys have gotten some of the same notes that I've gotten on the first two so far, collectively. So it's curious to see how the rest go. You know, but
that's a wild ride. Very unexpected in regards to how the nose came off first and then how the palate started and how it ended was not what I expected it to be.
I have a weird feeling. I don't know why.
Congrats, buddy.
Oh yeah, that's I ECBP maybe in this one. Am I crazy? And it's not the nuttiness. It's like there's something about the way it drinks. It drinks like an Elijah Craig barrel proof that has things added to it that have muted it a little bit. Like to me, it's like the Hard Truth Rye and actually a little Irish. I think there might be a little Irish kick in here. And I don't know why I'm saying that. Because I'm now convinced that glass one is rum. Like I think that's got four square in it. 100 million%.
We'll see.
We'll see. I could give you the rum. I would lean the 4-gate versus the 4-square. We'll go through the other two samples though to see if the rum should really punch you in the face when it's the 4-square, particularly that one.
Yeah. But you don't know how much you put in there, you know?
That's the hard part about it.
Yeah.
If
we got percentages, it would be a little easier.
I do got percentages of all of them.
Okay, that's actually a pretty
I can tell you this: the lowest percentage of any component is 12.5%.
So
that's pretty low, though.
So one thing we got to keep an eye on before we lock into things. This is actually the most important sample.
Yes.
Of all the ones for us to get.
Yep.
Now that you say that,
it only has 2 parts.
It only has the 2 parts.
It's what we should base a lot of things off of. That maybe. Yeah.
That's the hardest.
All right.
One.
Okay. Well,
let's go to. You want to go to C?
Let's go on to C.
Go to C.
Let's do it.
Jeff, we're going to see. Was there any bottle of these that stuck out to you where it had that effervescent feeling that you remember tasting? Because I don't remember anything finishing that way when I tasted these before.
It's gotta be a rye, man, right?
I mean, I was on board with you, Kelsey, with that Hard Truth being the temp pole of that one. I don't know if the blend's doing something to it or something's giving it that distinct note, but let's circle back to that as we narrow things down.
This one comes across a way more floral on the nose to me.
It smells like Asian pears, dude.
I've never tasted an Asian pear.
I've had an Asian pear. This one's super bright. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
It's real floral and forward and bright to me.
I like it a lot. This might be my favorite on the nose because it's like so clear with what it is, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's got like a personality.
Hopefully the palate's as nice. I will say there was two front runners for me. One in particular, I think I prefer over the other, and there was one that was more of a kind of like a weird one. Like the nose came across a little weird, but the palate was so good that I didn't want to change it.
Whoa. That definitely has the Stranahan's.
I
That
smell the Stranahan's,
100%
Kelsey.
Has the Stranahan's in it.
I smell that. I'm all in on the Stranahan's just off the nose. I haven't tasted it yet.
I'm telling you, if you want to know what Stranahan's tastes like by itself, this is the one. This definitely has it. That's so
Stranahan's by
fruity.
itself.
You can't hide that shit.
There could be the Irish in there too, man.
If you
single-
get an
who's single
Irish,
barrel?
I'm saying there's definitely that, and the maltiness comes off on the palate too.
That was a single barrel from a Colorado store.
Okay.
We need to send you some of that, Cam, because I think you'd really enjoy it.
Do you like single malts
Yeah.
or American single? Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that pick was freaking ridiculous.
So that's the one from Adam still? You still got that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I still have a backup of that thing.
Me too. I need.
It's so
I
good.
was like, grab me too, dude. They were so good. It was like $49, I think.
Yeah, it's $49. It's crazy.
I haven't even sipped it yet. Let me tell you something.
Interestingly, like if you smell this next to glass 1, there's a lot of similarities for some reason to me. Like after tasting 3,
I think there's Irish on it too.
I think so too, man.
I think that's why.
there's something.
I'm gonna defer to you guys on that. I don't drink enough Irish to be able to pick it out. So
It finishes like an Irish for me. I think it's the lowest proof of all of them too. Not that I think that helps us too much. Maybe that helps us with the red breast tawny port of all of them. But that one drinks lighter than the first two.
are you guys getting any of the innkeeper, Jeff? Like a double oak type of.
Oh, interesting. There's a little maple note to this.
It kind of
There's
gives
like-
me that feel on the nose.
Nulu, like a Nulu double oaked or something. You know what I mean? Like that real woody mapley thing. So the innkeeper's double oaked. I didn't think
Correct.
of that.
Yeah. Yeah,
Innkeeper's double oak, probably 5 to 6 year.
it comes across real sweet like that. That's why it hit me more that on the nose, not necessarily on the palate, but on the nose is where I'm picking that up.
Interesting. Yeah.
I can't wait till you guys actually. It's more satisfying showing the reveal, you know, than you guys like going through. Going through it's fun, but when you actually see what the components are, makes it really, really fun.
To be honest, Darrell, that's probably the sample C is probably my favorite so far.
You like that one?
Yeah,
I think so. I think so too, without tasting D. It's
There's
the
not-
most distinct,
not-
and it's, I don't know.
I was gonna say there's not as much oak tannin, which on the first two came across a lot more forward in the palate, whereas this was just my jam and it being fruity and sweet. So
Gotcha.
So you guys, I don't know that Stranahan's bottle. You're pretty convinced there's the Stranahan's in there.
oh, 100% without a doubt, that's definitely one of them.
Okay.
So what do you latch on then to, Cam? Like we're latching on to the Stranahan's.
Yeah, to me, now that Kelsey said it, I can't get it out of my head. Because I was picking up this dark chocolate espresso thing on this glass. I said that on glass A earlier, but on this one it's even more pronounced, and I'm realizing that double oaked innkeeper thing. I'm totally with you. It has that note like an MGP. I know that's not MGP, but when you throw the stuff that Nulu was sourcing and other people, and they get that really bright double oaked, like, you know, aggressive thing, that's what this does have. That
And that note comes back out in the finish as well. When you taste it, it comes back out in the finish.
Okay.
Oh, cheers, Lance. Didn't see you pop in, buddy. Cheers to you.
Hey, buddy.
Nice to see you on here, Bob. Congrats
Cheers, buddy.
on all of the Barrels of Hope stuff. I'm so glad to see it's going well for you, buddy.
Oh, I'm supposed to say to who am I supposed to say to? Mr. Whack, I think that. What did Lance tell me to tell you? Oh, that the Bacta, is it the 1928 is good? Because it is good. It is good. Hang on, I just reorganized my samples today. I wonder where I put that. That stuff's
I've never had
very
that one.
good. It's the
I love
rye mixed with
Armagnac, though.
Calvados and all that.
Oh no, that's baby diaper. No Calvados.
What are you smoking, dude? Okay, Calvados sucks. I will give you that.
Yeah, no
But
way.
that blend is very good.
What's up,
Oh
Lance?
no.
Probably see him in a few weeks, right? Coming up, or next month, I think, maybe. I gotta look at our calendar.
Oh man, I can't find it.
The longer
Everybody-
A gets, the more convinced Cam that there's a rum in A.
Dude,
So you guys think rum and A? You think
There's a rum and A.
C?
There's something. Okay, so rum and A. All right.
give me the rum in A, and I'll give you the strain of hands in C.
There you go. Yeah,
But we
the
got
more
two
that
different
sets
rums.
aftertaste and everything else, the more it comes out. So
We have two
Right,
different
we still got-
rums.
No, there's just one
Okay.
rum.
No, but there's a rum finish on 4 gates.
Oh.
No, but this is rum. This is just rum, dude. An egg.
I'm just saying, let's see what D tastes like. We'll write down the rum note, but we still got to figure out what D actually is. D is the most important now.
All right, let's do a D.
Now, everyone, as we get into this, we are doing
Ooh.
5 super chat giveaways tonight. If
Yep.
you count Ben's.
Oh, yeah, we hit 1,000 for Mark.
so
Congrats to Mark. But we'll do 5 winners tonight, and I'll do a flight that'll feature the Kelvin 6, which is really, really good. Probably my favorite Kelvin since 2 or 3. Darrell is doing a flight featuring the Michter's 10 year for 2024.
Correct.
Kelsey's doing a flight featuring the 2023 GTS and some Starlights. We've got a signed hat from Greg Metz from Old Elk.
From Old Elk, yep.
And then Bourbon is going to do a flight as well for everybody helping us tonight get Mark over the hump. 1,000 subscribers. Congrats to Mark, and thank you for contributing here, Bourbon. All right. Into D we go. Let's
See if
dive
the
into
two-part
this.
one is the easiest or if it's the hardest.
cheers, man.
Oh, I lost Cam. Is
No,
Cam still looking for the
He's
box?
still looking for the sample.
I found it.
We found it.
Do not ruin your palate in the middle of this.
No, listen. Blend of rye, XO, Calvados, Armagnac. Oh, so good.
How many blends are in there?
Oh, what?
Oh my
what
god,
could
dude!
possibly
You said
go wrong?
diaper. I can actually understand why you said diaper. I hate that I understand this. It's like
It's like a dirty diaper.
no, it's like a great diaper that you want to just put in your mouth.
Ugh. No, thank you.
No, it's
Okay,
got
this
this weird
one-
baby powder note to it. You're totally
Like the
right.
powdery note.
You're right. But I like it
think
a lot.
Kelsey gets the powdery note with a bit of soil when it comes to.
Oh,
another bottle.
God. No, thank you.
He wasn't
I
talking
think
about
this
that
one
though,
comes
that note.
across
We got a different one.
more ECBP on the nose than any of the others.
This one comes across ECBP.
Mhm.
It's nutty. It's nutty as crap.
Oh,
It's nutty, and it also has that like confectionery sugar, like Smarties, like fruity note to it as well, which I always
Interesting.
get on ECBP. But that has ECBP for me on the nose. I haven't tasted it yet.
Well, I need a little help. I'm gonna have to sip this Bacta first.
okay. I've got some different thoughts on that one. That's going to be interesting when we get into that one.
Yeah, that's definitely ECBP.
I feel like, dude, for some reason, I'm looking at this 4-gate, thinking that this could have the 4-gate in it on the nose.
I'm on the same page, Cam.
Are you?
Yeah.
Like, to me, it's screaming that at me, and it's also screaming nuttiness. But to me, then what I don't know is whether the body of the whiskey is coming from it being ECBP, or is the body of the whiskey coming from the 4-gate, and then the nuttiness is coming from a Knob Creek or a Yellowstone. Do you know what I'm saying?
We've got to figure that out. I
Yeah.
agree completely with your angle on that one. I was going to ask you after you caught up if it was finished or not. That was going to be my first question. Like,
I think the 4-gate's in there, bro. I'm. It's like so direct to
And
me.
right in for 2. Thanks for entertaining and blending some or blending game. Well, cheers to you, buddy.
right.
Thanks
thank you, buddy.
for dropping a super chat in there.
Man, it does have that ECBP on the palate though a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if it's ECBP and 4-gate.
I would be perfectly fine doing that. I agree with you.
I would too.
Especially the way that this finishes. Leans more towards that 4-gate.
But I get that leather on the finish from an ECBP. Like
I agree. Yeah.
that funk.
Yep.
How's this one on the palate? Is this one good? Bad?
I think it's good. I think for me, what is interesting about all these blends, except for one, which is C, all of these blend finished with like a weird tannin note that is bitter to me. And I don't know why. It could just be me and my palate tonight, but A, B, and D all have that same note to me, which is a weird tannin note. So
A, B, and D. Okay.
All right.
Just trying to see if there was any similarities between
Thank you, buddy.
the three to
Hey,
get
come on,
you
man.
that note.
Oh my gosh. I am in agreement with the 4-gate ECBP thing.
Yeah, man. I know. But I'm trying to look at anything else that could be in that blend because there's also
It could be the knob. It could be the old Ritter. I mean, you said it.
What is the proof on the ECBP? Is this like a high? Is this like a 128, 130 type sitch? Because it feels hot to me.
This is the hottest one. You were right, Cam. I'm going to agree with that too. This is definitely the hottest
ECBP is 134.9.
Yes.
So much.
Then the ECBP's in here because this is hot. This is hot.
Richie, thanks so much, buddy.
And the Lucia key is probably about 119, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that one's like right under. Oh, I can actually tell you.
So you got several super chats here, Jeff.
120, 120.
Okay.
120. Okay.
120, 120.
Because what I'm thinking is like, with all the heat of the ECBP, there could be a.
Oh, throw that thing away.
What is that?
What is that?
That's
Oh, is that the
dirty
Calvados
diaper.
one?
Yeah, that's
Yep.
the dirty diaper I'm talking about.
I've still got lots to give you guys.
No, thank you. All right, you want to put all these in, and you want me to go through them with you, Jeff?
I'll start
Yeah,
putting them in.
I'm
So
writing them.
I interrupted Cam, though. Cam was in the middle of a thought.
I was just thinking, like, because the ECBP is so hot, any secondary component to it is going to have to. You're going to have to put enough in there to balance it out. So to me, it's like, how much of the secondary component is in there? Because to me, the ECBP is like reigning supreme. So is it the 4-gate or is it something lower proof that's more subtle that has been, you know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of wiggle room within that.
If I can convince you there's sherry in it, that's the answer.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. And there's a sugary sweetness to it a little bit and those 4-gates can get a little bit of that sweetness to them, you know? All right. That's good.
Thanks,
I think
David.
that's my favorite.
Appreciate that, buddy. And thank you, Maureen.
So
I'm sorry you love
favorite
vodka.
in-
I'm sorry that you do.
She's right. It takes an exquisite palate for the finer diapers in life.
Well, I can say if you like shit, then you know.
What can I say? I've just got a thing for it, you know.
Ben was asking what batch was that when Jeff for the Calvados finished. Actually, it was like multi-finish.
So
wasn't it?
this is actually a single barrel, Ben. It's an 8-year weeder that they then finished for 2 years in excavados barrels.
That's a long time.
That's
the
why I
first
say it
time-
tastes like dirty diaper trash.
Yeah, the first time was
Got
really
this one
bad.
in Chicago.
Dude, I bought a 25-year Calvados from Sealbox like, I don't know, a couple months ago, and I took one drink of it. It tasted like rotten apples, and I'm like, I'm out. I'm out. This ain't it.
Yeah, that's rough. It's rough.
I love Armagnac, but that shit was nasty.
All right, so going back through, we're gonna try to lock in some answers. Like I said, I'll give you guys three questions, which is probably too much. It probably should be like 2. But
All right, when you say questions, what do you mean?
well, not questions. You can be like, how many components are right? right? Like, so once you
okay.
have everything laid out, you can ask how many are right in each sample. And we'll do 2 because I think
this is like a Price is Right game now.
Yeah, makes it a little easier. Then you can maybe flip.
So somebody asked what we were doing. So Darrell has created 4 different blends. Jeff's going to hold these up of 13 different bottles. The bottles can only be used once, and we're having to guess which components are in which samples. So it's pretty interesting. And some of these bottles are real familiar to Jeff and I, and some of them are not. I would say that the Irish is not as familiar to me as well as the Foursquare rum, but I mean, I pretty much know which one the Foursquare rum is in now after tasting through everything. I'm with Cam. I think it's definitely an A. So that's what we're doing. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We got 75 people in here. We're going to be going a bit longer since Jason's not going live tonight. So even though there's 2 minutes till 9, we're still going to kind of go a little bit longer and enjoy this process. So appreciate you guys hanging in and hanging out.
Stay tuned for the reveal, man. That's the fun part. Oh, man.
And we'll call the super chats at 9:20. 9:20.
So you got 20 minutes to get in on the flights with the GTS, Michter's 10-year, the Kelvin 6-year, super flight from Ben, who has an incredible collection that he's giving away. So make sure you guys get on that. And congrats to Northwest Bourbon.
So
on like marsh. Oh, I'm giving my notes. Shit.
Don't do that.
Darrell.
Well, I could give a note. It's not saying what's in the damn thing, but no, I went back to A, man. And I was like, oh, this reminds me of.
Reminds me of the thing that I blended.
No, actually, what I blended's not that. Yeah.
What were you going to say, Cam?
Marshmallow. No, Glass C is, to me, hang on. Glass C, I'm getting this buttery, almost like cashew. It's a little nuttiness on C, but it's like this buttery thing. Buttery nutty, whatever the hell that means. Like, I would go cashew on that. Like, especially, so even if I come off D, which is definitely ECBP nuttiness, then I go to C, I still get this like buttery cashew thing.
Thanks so wondering. Much, appreciate that, buddy.
Hey, thanks, buddy.
Oh, shit, Toshi.
Appreciate you.
I agree with you, Cam, but I think that's in my opinion, that looking at these bottles, it comes across as that being the toasted part of the innkeeper.
On which sample?
On
C.
C. Okay.
It's like this buttery. Now, I said Asian pear earlier, but then like it's coming across darker to me now, weirdly.
Yeah, like I said, the flagship of that particular sample is the Stranahan single malt. It's so fruity, so distinctive on that particular sample.
Top dog's in it to win it.
So
cheers,
if we go with what Cam was saying, though, we're going to have to place eventually either the Yellowstone or the Knob Creek. And the Yellowstone's more of that subtle nut than the Knob Creek, but both of them will have that distinct nuttiness. So we got to keep that in mind.
But this particular Yellowstone is not nutty.
I get this buttery.
It's more butterscotch.
I get a little nuttiness though.
Go ahead.
No, like when I was smelling A earlier, I thought I got a little bit of it, like a little bit with the rum, like this nuttiness. And to me, that felt more like Knob Creek. It felt more like peanut. And this one is like this buttery nuttiness. But you're right that I don't know what the Innkeeper. I've never tasted the Innkeeper, so I can't speak to it. I don't know where the source whiskey's from either. If it is nutty, if it's Heaven Hill or something, but for some reason I get this cashew note. That's kind of what it's coming off like.
The 2XO always came off as maybe a Barton to me, but pure speculation.
But I would say that the old Ritter that he's referring to is not your typical Yellowstone note. Okay. It's not. It's more like if you had an old granddad, like butterscotch, like a dusty old granddad, that has those particular notes in it.
It's so off profile for that pick. That's not really why I threw it in there, but it's not that what he's
I'm
saying.
wondering if it couldn't be, like you said, it could be some of the Yellowstone in that, providing that buttery type of note to it. But I also think, did you guys say you were thinking Irish on this too?
I think if there's any sample that has the tawny port, it's probably this one.
Okay.
I think this one has the tawny port, but I need your feedback on it. I got it on the nose again when we went to it clean, and
There's Irish in this. I'm now with you 100%.
I'll be done in like
Okay.
maybe 30 minutes. Sorry. I thought I was on mute.
But also
shit,
the
I guess
Stranahan's, I don't know what the Stranahan's finish is. Is it finished?
No,
It's not.
just American single malt.
Yep, non-finished, 100
Okay.
and maybe 20 proof or just under 120 proof.
probably what 6 year, 7 year American single malt.
I don't know if it's age stated or not.
I got it.
Do you?
It's 115 proof.
Yeah, I don't remember it being age stated.
stated or not.
I do remember it
That
being
helps
fantastic.
too, because this is the lightest. This is the lightest of all
6 years.
all the samples.
Oh, 6 year. Okay.
Okay. This is the lightest proof of all the samples. That again makes me think that red breast tawny port, because that'd be a hard one to hide the proof with, because that one's only 90 proof, right? I don't know how the proportion. That's probably the 12% he was saying.
92 or
Thank
90.
you. Who is Taylor Boone? Appreciate the super chat, man. Thank you. Cheers
All
to
the
you.
other ones were like hot though compared to this one.
Agreed.
I do love the flavor on that one.
The C is definitely my favorite.
Yeah. I'm between C and D as my favorite. We got to go back to A and B though.
Yeah,
If we think a
Very
Irish
good.
is in there, would you guys be opposed to saying the tawny port as our first guess
No,
C?
no, I don't have a problem with that.
Mhm.
For which one?
for C?
For C?
I think it complements the Stranahan's. I think it's also enhancing it because it has a similar profile with it being a little bit fruity, more than likely.
So your guess is, just caveat on that, Jeff, it's not, you're not guessing what bottle. You're guessing if you have a correct component. So you're going to guess all 4 parts of that. Then you'll ask how many of these are correct or not. And I'll let you know the number,
Okay.
not what's correct.
So
Yes.
Okay.
I, I think that actually, man, I think in C, this could be the red breast cast strength.
You think it could be? Okay.
I think it could be because it's contributing to the light profile. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
This is fun.
Like I said, I'm going to defer to you on the Irish stuff, guys, because I don't drink enough of it to know.
I mean, but I also get like this. There's a raisin thing in there that plays along with the possible double oaked of the Innkeeper that could be the tawny port, like a raisin thing. Oh man, we need all these mid-range bottles that contribute not a lot to a profile. We need to try to figure those out.
I think that's what we're narrowing in on a little bit, though.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we're getting there. We're getting there. Let's go back to B.
Yeah, try to lock in like maybe one specific bottle as a consensus for each of them.
Yeah.
And I think you
I
said A.
actually think we have that already.
Yeah, A, you said rum. B, you said, what did you say? B.
I think this was
Hard-
the hard truth.
Hard truth.
Hard truth for
Hard
B.
truth.
C, Stranahan's. Kelsey said immediately. And D, you guys said what? ECB.
Ooh, that was all maple
Which one?
on first approach there. B.
Or B. The nose for me is like maple syrup now
Oh my gosh.
on B.
Wow.
I went back to that a minute ago, and it's actually in my hand now.
That's really good. That got a lot better, to be honest with you. B did.
It's crazy the evolution of these things as we sit with them.
Dude, so
I
I wrote
know,
on
right?
the top of
Crazy.
They're
my
different
sheet,
whiskeys.
which I'm
We've
not gonna
tasted
share.
like 12 different whiskeys at this.
Yeah. I wrote on the top what I thought maybe you guys would have as like a favorite. So I'm not going to change it, but I wrote up here and we'll see. You guys actually may even have
Yeah.
all a different favorite, but
Andrew P.
This
Thank you, buddy.
probably the right way. Andrew P's in for 2. Cheers, buddy.
I didn't see Marty in chat tonight. I don't know if he's lurking,
Hmm.
but Marty's got these samples too. So interested to know if you think of anything, Marty, let us know because we're all over the place.
I'm glad you were enjoying that one, Richie. It's a great bottle.
Wait, which one did you get him though? You sent 2 J. Henrys that night.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Richie got the 2023 LE, if I can remember right. Richie, put in chat which one you had. I'm pretty sure you had that one. Yeah.
My MGP alarms are going off.
For B?
On B.
Yes.
Well, the one that we haven't talked about at all tonight is the Copper and Cast small batch, 8 year.
Mm-hmm.
So that when you said, yeah, it was the 2023 LE that Richie got.
Man. But go back to Glass A real quick because you know you guys are describing to me what the NBC should be like. Glass A to me feels a lot lighter to now. Maybe I'm crazy.
God.
Like,
What was
am
that?
I crazy?
That didn't smell anything like the first 3 times we went at it.
No, like I'm so confused now because yeah.
Where's the rum?
No, the rum's there. The rum's there.
Yeah, this is the rum. This is the rum. Okay.
But the NBC component, to me, it feels more light now. It's like I could see this being Copper and Cask or being like, I know we already used Hard Truth, but to me, it's Glass A feels a lot lighter.
There is a distinct still note to me that on the Presto that because I know the bottle and drink it, but to me it comes across that way.
For A?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think A has either Knob Creek or Yellowstone in it.
I could get with that. I totally can get with that. I think more Knob Creek than Yellowstone because I know the Yellowstone profile, but
yeah,
of this particular bottle. But in the Knob Creek, 100% can see that. Also see the Knob Creek on the finish of that A more than I do than the Yellowstone finishes.
All right. So this is like an escape room. We get 3 questions, you said, Darrell?
Sorry. You got to fill in all. So if you're going with A, you fill in all 4 parts for A. Then you're going to ask me how many of the components are correct, if any. And I'll let you know how many.
So
all right.
What do you guys say? How many clues do we get overall? 3?
I'm going to do 2. I think 3's a bit
2?
much. Yeah.
Okay.
2? Okay.
But that's for each sample, though. So you get 2.
We got to be talking strategy at this point. We got sample B. We got sample D. We could use some of our questions to lock those down, or we go after some of the more complex ones.
Right. I think we have to trust our gut on the easy ones.
Okay.
And we have to shoot for those middle ground, the weird ones to help us determine.
Okay.
Like to me, like the New Riff 8-year malted. Well, it is. I have a sample of that here. I went and grabbed, and it's like because it's not the 6-year, so this is higher proof. It has more personality to it, you know. But that I don't know what that's contributing, you know.
If I were to guess, so the New Riff 8-year is in B.
Mm-hmm.
You said it with kind of that blank of the mid palate. That made me think of it. The note that gets me on the New Riff 8-year malted rye is almost this like blood orange note. And B is also the only one that ever screamed rye. I'm almost thinking it's Hard Truth, New Riff 8-year malted, and then it's one of the MGPs. And we've got to like narrow in on which one it is. I'm leaning on the 8-year.
I have a weird thing to throw at you. I agree with most of what you said.
Okay.
The Hard Truth to me, I know we were determined on B. for some reason, A is feeling a little hard truthy to me. And I don't know why. Like, B
So
is feeling darker.
On B,
There is no excuse.
if we were to say it's the yes or no to the new riff, yes and no, we already said yes to the MGP on B.
Yeah, totally.
So who's in on voting Copper and Cask versus the MBC?
I'd be more on the Copper and Cask.
Okay.
Just because it's, to me, like I said, that Presto, there's something about the way that it comes across on the fruit notes on it, but also the brightness of it, but also the pencil shaving note that is still there on the oak, the way that the oak comes across to me.
Travis Robeson, who's not drinking along, said he's in with the Copper and Cask.
There you go.
Putting faith into the palates, guys. He's with you. Question is, are you guys right?
That's the question.
So the Copper and Cask small batch, what's the proof on that?
It
Should be 118,
120-ish.
120.
Yeah, 118, 120.
122.8.
120.
That's
So that makes me also because that was the one that you said the mid palate was flat, and then that 122 is the effervescent note that we were getting on B would be also on that proof too. Provide some more of that proof punch.
There could be some scotch in a blend, Ben.
No scotch.
Potentially. And I just hit it as an Irish.
There's some Canadian whiskey in here, Ben, just for you.
Yeah, some
There's
50
not
year
any
Royal.
Louisiana whiskey though. There's not any rice whiskey in this.
There's definitely no rice whiskey.
All right.
I thought about some Melick.
Where's all the dark chocolate coming from on B though?
I can tell you.
Well,
I think that's from the hard truth, to be honest. Depending on what single barrel he put in. But
Hard
the single
Truth.
barrel
I don't
used
know about that.
was the newest one that we got when we were at Hard Truth. The other
this
one.
is the newest barrel though, right?
The newest single barrel. Yep.
Yeah. It's on the newest single barrel. Promise you.
Really?
Yeah. Because this was the one that was the darker of the two that we got. And the reason that we got that one was when we tasted it, it had that note in it.
I don't know what to think about y'all's notes.
We're all over the place. We are drifting into an abyss right now.
Guys got to lock in a few guesses, though, or a few blends at least, because you haven't put together one yet.
Dude, let's start with the easiest ones first and work our way through.
So is the easiest D or the ones that you think you know the most of?
I think D is probably the easiest.
Okay. Do you want
I
to
think-
lock in what you think D is?
I think A is also easy though. I think we have 3 of the 4, right?
Yeah.
3 to 4 for A?
I think.
I'm
Okay.
on the same page as Cam. Let's tackle A. We've tackled B for a while, and let's ask our first question about A.
All right,
Okay.
so what 4 samples are you locking in on A?
I think we have the rum. We've got we're gonna go Knob Creek. We're gonna go NBC Presto, and then there was the 4th one, which we don't exactly know.
So
Well, no, Irish. There's something Irish in this one.
for A?
See, I don't
Would
know.
it be the cast strength Irish, you think?
I don't know, man.
I thought so because, I mean, I guess technically the nobility has a finish to it. Let's see. I think I got that one right here.
Nobility is. I'll tell you. Hold on. I think that's expert.
All right. So this is the one we're talking about.
Nobility is 14-year ex bourbon.
All right.
So, okay,
I could
that
agree
helps.
with you on. I could agree with you on the cast strength Irish on this. We could go tawny on C.
All right. Let's do it.
All
So
right.
you got 4 gate on A. You said.
No.
Oh
No,
wait.
no.
I'm sorry.
No.
Four square.
Oh, Foursquare. Sorry.
Although keep in mind that he said Fourgate.
I know.
No,
I
I
know.
heard four.
And at the beginning of this, I thought Fourgate was on one for a second.
No, because you said, I thought you said Foursquare.
Tom Shanley, cheers,
I don't know,
man.
I wrote
Thanks
down
for
Fourgate,
he's
but I
in for 2.
All right, Tom, you're in. In it to
Foursquare
win it.
on that or an A.
So
What
Jeff, in that case, what if Fourgate's not on D? What's on D?
Well, we're gonna flip. Well, I don't think so. I think we're fine. Let's go with our question on A. Foursquare, NBC,
NBC,
Knob Creek,
Knob Creek,
Redbreast 12. What a weird sample, though. What a weird blend to come up
know.
with.
Redbreast 12. So you locked in with those.
Our question, yeah, this is our first question for you. How many did we get right?
1.
Oh shit.
All right.
Is it the
Okay.
rum? If it's the rum,
I can't tell you.
dude, if it's the
Hold
rum,
on.
then we suck.
No, we don't suck. If
So it could be we could sub out things for the other things.
there's
Right.
so the NBC has a copper and cask.
Yeah.
Could be the Knob Creek is a
Yellowstone,
Yellowstone, and the Redbreast could be the
Tawny.
other one, the Tawny.
Yeah. Or
Is
the
that where you wanna
Stranahans,
go?
in theory.
You want to flip to those?
No, I think we now tackle C.
Oh, okay.
With that
process
same
of
info.
elimination, kind of, but all right.
Yeah.
All right. So what do you think
Let's-
C is?
Innkeeper,
Innkeeper,
Innkeeper.
Stranahans.
Stranahans.
What is Innkeeper? 2XO, right?
Yeah.
Now we go the Redbreast cast strength because we know it's not an A.
So,
Yep.
sorry, Innkeeper, Stranahans,
Hands. Redbreast 12.
Redbreast 12.
Hmm.
Wait, you used that for the
C-
first one, so you want to use that
C
for
drinks
C as
the
well?
lightest. C drinks the lightest. 2XO is only 104 proof. So that matches actually more than the Tawny Port now that we say it out loud. So yeah, Redbreast 12. Yep.
Redbreast 12. 2XO, Stranahans, Redbreast 12, and what's the last one?
Well, now I say it's the Knob Creek because we were debating on the nuttiness.
Yeah.
You guys in consensus with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Knob. So, and that was sample C, right?
hmm
Yep.
For that, you got 1.
God bless America, dude.
Wow.
What the F?
I try to make it kind of hard. Like the key to it, right, was finding crazy stuff, blending it so it didn't come across too crazy. You know what I mean? To hide some of like the distinguishing factors of each whiskey.
All right. So I'm going to, now that nothing makes any sense at all, I'm going to write down my own guesses, not knowing most of these bottles. And I'm just going to hang on to it at the end and just see how it fares against, whatever our group consensus is. Because now it's confirmed that we don't know what the hell we're doing. So this is crazy. Wow.
Kelsey's like, what? But the thing is, you guys got 1 on each.
Well,
Hey,
that's
hold
great.
on.
I
Hold
guarantee
on.
you. Let me ask this question. We're going to get a free question here. Were the ones that we got right on A and C the 2 that I said that they were? Which was Presto on A and
No.
C is Stranahans.
It's the rum on A.
Wait.
It's the rum on A.
No, Kelsey.
Was none of those were right?
One of those
No.
were right.
So the Stranahans was right. Okay.
No. I don't
You
know.
don't think C was Stranahans?
I don't think the Presto's in A. I don't even know the bottle, but I just, based on what you're saying, I don't think it's in A.
Well, the Presto's not. The Presto's now in B. The Presto's now in B.
Or C. Or D.
Because the rum is in A. That has to be in A.
The rum is in A.
Let's go. Come on. I got one thing right tonight.
But was it the rum or the rum finished?
It's the rum. God.
So I'll put a
All right.
check mark.
Darrell's
next
going to give
to
us
that.
another free question. Is D the ECBP in the 4-gate?
No.
Oh, shit. That just means it's not the 4-gate.
Main component.
What's that?
No, that means it's not the ECBP.
No, it's the ECBP.
What? Then where's the
and
4-gate?
The
Okay,
4-gate's hiding.
that's the ECBP.
It's the ECBP, and it's probably with something weird like the Tawny Port Redbreast. It's going to be blown out, you know?
Well, that would
And
make
you're-
sense.
And you'll never know it's there, you know, that kind of thing. Because we were getting those like dark fruit notes on this, but it's hotter than shit. So I wonder if.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and cut off chat or super chats. It's 9:22, and we need to wrap this thing up because I'm getting really frustrated, and I want to start throwing things. So, unless you want to see me start doing what happens whenever the fucking camera does a thumbs up to me, we need to start.
We got this. We got this. Now, a passing grade on this is to get more right than we get wrong. So
I will say
we got
this: when
time.
you guys were going through them originally, you guys were calling out bottle after bottle on a lot of the stuff. Then when you started talking amongst each other, it kind of went mix and match.
So who was right more often?
I don't want to say that.
Was it somebody that's not on this channel?
I don't know.
Man.
But yeah, so you got 1 part right for A, 1 part right for C. Ramen Stranahan's. What do we think of B? Like, let's. Haven't gave any guesses on B.
Hang on. An A, guys, based on what Darrell just said, and based on him saying that it's not in D, I think the 4-gate is in A. I really do. And I think because the NBC is not, where that woodiness and that aspect of the NBC you guys were talking about, I think is coming from the 4-gate in A.
So let me know if your MGP alarms go off now on D, now that we're narrowing in.
D as in Delta or Bravo?
D as
It's
in
not-
Delta.
Not going off on the nose. To me, it's a fruity ECBP on the nose.
Okay.
You know what this could be? This could just be like a Yellowstone ECBP blend. It could be just like a big nutty ass bomb, or Knob Creek ECBP blend.
Okay.
Because, I mean, it does have that extra fruit note, but I don't know that ECBP barrel. And what else would contribute that fruit note? Redbreast Tawny Port.
Hard Truth, the Irishes, in the NBC probably.
But there's no Irish in this though. There could be, right? I mean, besides the Tawny Port to me would be a lot of Tawny, not a lot of Irish. But like the cast strength Irish, I don't think is in here.
We're gonna lock this in. Everybody has faith in us. We're gonna figure this out.
I just want to reveal. The reveal is going to be fun.
So let's do some flights here. So we've got 5 winners in this wheel tonight. We've got the flight with the 4-gate Kelvin 6, the flight with the Michter's 10 2024, the flight with the GTS, the hat with Greg Metz's signature from Old Elk.
Yep.
And then Bourbon is throwing one in for getting Mark over the hump here. So let's do the well, they're all pretty good. Which one are we doing first, Cam?
I don't know. Sorry.
Let's do Ben's. Let's do Ben's first.
Ben's first?
Yep.
All right.
Being it
Look, I'm proud of you. You didn't have to hit the random button. Toshi! Cheers, buddy.
All right.
So, Ben, we'll get you Toshi's information if you don't have it already. Let us know.
All right. Which one next?
Kelsey.
So, Starlight finished and GTS 2023. 23, sorry. Maureen! I think I have Gary's stuff already, so I'll send you that.
We'll do mine, both of mine.
Okay.
Then we'll end with you. Toasie's dope. Let's go. He's like, how am I going to send Toastie baked pours he doesn't have? Top dog. Oh, so that was for the hat, Top dog.
You
Cheers,
send
Top
them,
Dog.
you send
So
them
you get the
blind,
hat.
Ben. You send them blind.
And this would be for the samples or the blind. Well,
Make your
maybe blind or just the
blind.
flight.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Top Dog hat. And you wear hats, so that's actually fitting. Although this one's autographed, so I don't know if you're going to wear it. Christine
Basco. All right. You'll enjoy that Michter's 10. I was tasting that before we started tonight. It's actually really good. I enjoyed that a lot. Thanks for sending that.
All right.
You are
Last
welcome.
one, I'm going to hit the random 3 times. And this one is for the flight that includes the Kelvin 6. All right.
Joe.
Rocco.
Rocco.
Here we go.
All right. Awesome. Cheers. And thanks you guys so much for all the support tonight as we stumble our way through this blending component game, however you want to say it.
It's not too bad. The questions help though, for sure. When we did it for Stu, man, it was a lot harder because we couldn't ask any questions.
All right.
So you guys haven't did any guesses for B yet, right?
Yeah, I'm convinced on D that D is now ECBP and Knob Creek. I think it's Knob Creek in there, man.
For D, you're saying?
ECBP and Knob Creek. I think it's just a nutty bourbon bomb. I don't know. God, I don't know, but there's that extra fruit note. But it has this extra nuttiness to it to me. It's like abnormally nutty for Heaven Hill, is what I'm saying.
I can get with that. I see what you're saying.
Let's do it.
But what's the Yellowstone like?
Yellowstone is very butterscotch forward.
Okay.
It's not.
I've never had any Yellowstone picks.
Yeah, that particular Yellowstone is very profile.
Yeah, like kind of. I don't want to say like the Odie's like pirate bottle funk, but it has like a dusty.
It has a dusty type of like old granddad butterscotchy vibe to it.
But you tell me that, and I could kind of see that in D, maybe. I'm getting confused.
So all right. So ECBP,
Yellowstone, or
no, I think I'm on with you, Cam.
Yeah, I think it's the Knob Creek. I think you're right, Cam.
ECBP Knob Creek for D.
Yeah, for D.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Let me write that here.
Let me tell you something I've been thinking about for A. Sorry, when you guys were doing all the giveaway stuff, I was just in my brain.
Going for it.
Well, while you do that, because this will help a bit, D is indeed ECBP and Knob Creek.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
50-50.
Wow.
All right. So those 2 bottles are down.
So I think
Above your list.
A for me, I'm getting an MGP thing on A. And you guys mentioned the NBC is not MGP, I don't believe, but
that one is actually.
Oh, it is.
The NBC isn't MGP.
I would say that there's copper and cask in A, maybe.
I think so.
And I would also say I have written down rum, copper and cask, 4-gate, and there's something contributing this like orangey rye thing, and I think maybe it's the hard truth. I don't know. But I'm going off of hard truth.
Where you're going with the
my hard truth is the Sweet Mash Rye Barrel Strength Batch 1, and I could see that being this, but I don't have any of the picks.
The picks are similar to that profile, but kind of turned up a notch. The specific one that's in this this flight.
Orangey.
Because I do get a lot of citrus on.
I'm wondering if the orangey part could come from the new riff. What do you think, Jeff?
I don't think so.
No?
The new riff I've got here It's heavy. It's really heavy. Like, Jeff, what's the note you gave on the new riff earlier? Blood orange.
Blood orange.
But to me, it's a little heavier overall. Like, it's not bright citrus. I gotta find I have a pick from Hard Truth, a sample of one.
I'm not sure if we do, but go ahead and send it to helloagainwhiskeyfriends@gmail.com just so that we have it, just to confirm.
I think I was just asking about.
I do have your info, but email me to make sure. But I do have it.
I may owe you something, Chowell. I know I was asking for somebody's info, and that name sounds familiar.
Oh, I thought we were all caught up. Well, to check
I think
out
for Cheech's, we'll double check after. But when we helped out Cheech, there was a bottle that I owed. I think that may be the only thing. It could be out, but I'll double check the name.
Man, I don't know.
So back to, do we want to look at A again, or are we gonna potentially look at B since nothing's been said on B yet?
Oh.
I'm all in now on the Hard Truth being in B. It was one of the first bottles that we said. I'm still getting the notes now. It's the only one that also screams rye to me.
I think it has the Hard Truth, the what is it called? New Riff. I think that's in B.
And it would be the.
What else?
What do you think the third is?
Something adding something dark. Well, the New Riff is kind of dark. What else could add a darker note?
I think it's the Presto.
Yeah, I have to trust you on that. I don't know that bottle.
All right.
I'm okay with that.
What are we locking in?
Hard Truth, New Riff, and Presto.
And Presto on B.
I wrote down MGP on B. So Presto.
Yeah, so Presto is MGP 6 year, I believe.
Okay.
You got one correct.
God.
Fuck me. Let's just do the freaking reveal. I'm tired of this game.
Hang on, wait. What did we say? What did we say on A? I don't even remember.
Said Foursquare,
Foursquare,
NBC,
4 Gate,
Knob Creek, Redbreast.
No,
12
but
original.
that was our first guess. That was our first guess.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's Copper and Cask. I'm thinking it's 4 Gate. I'm thinking it's rum and some other madness. I would say Hard Truth maybe on A. Well, I mean, what do you think, guys? What do you think we got on B? Was it the
Hard Truth is the one we got on B.
You think?
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
God. Okay. Well, that's cool that we clued in at first on that. That's cool.
I've drank that bottle the last week, so
that means Presto is not an A or B. Maybe Presto's not in any of them.
In any of them?
No. So Presto is now the 2XO that we thought was in C. That's what's going on.
Well, wait, Darrell, why did you laugh? Because 2 of them are definitely not.
Presto's not in any of them. Every sample has to be in.
Oh, it does.
Has to be in one.
Well,
yeah.
No,
sorry,
Presto's
I thought there were extras.
Presto's in
no,
C.
there's no extras.
Okay.
No,
I did
Presto's
math
in
wrong.
C.
Yes, it is Richie Z.
So Presto's in C then.
Presto, you're saying
Presto is in C.
Okay.
We eliminated. I mean, we already asked it on A, and we already asked it on B.
On B,
Right,
so it has
right,
to be
and-
C.
So it's
Right.
clearly on C.
Well, we're gonna get one right on C,
Could C be
guys.
both of those? Could C be the Copper and Cask and the Presto?
That would be mean if Darrell
And
did that.
Stranahan's?
No, the Copper and Cask.
He's smirking. He's smirking.
Copper and Cask is on A.
You think?
If you put those both together, Darrell, then you did not want us to have a chance.
I try to keep it fun. I'll tell you that. You'll see when you see the reveals.
Okay. I think
I didn't make it like very difficult.
All right, Cam, what's your combo on A?
my combo on A.
Foursquare is locked in.
Foursquare, for gate, I have on A, but now I could see that on B. Now that we've completely bombed B. A. So my original, the combo I have written down is the rum. It's 4-gate. It's copper and cask. And for some reason, I don't have a fourth. Hang on. I have two different sets of things here. The Yellowstone, 10 on that. So it would be Yellowstone, rum, 4-gate, copper cask. That would be my guess on that. But the more I smell it, the more I think you could put Hard Truth in A, which is not. It's in B. I think you could put. I don't know, man. I'm gonna stick with my guess.
Okay.
I'm gonna stick with my guess.
All right. So what do you think, Jeff?
Let's go with Cam's answer on A.
All right. So we got Foursquare in there. What was the other answer?
4-gate, which could be on B, but let's say it's in there.
Yep.
Copper and cask, and Yellowstone.
B and C.
But the new riff, I think you sub out the new riff right now for the 4-gate if the 4-gate's wrong. If we get 3 out of 4, that's what I would do.
You have 2 out of 4.
God!
I think the 2 out of the 4 are the Foursquare and the copper and cask.
I don't know what to do.
I'm beyond frustrated, so I'm relying on
See, it's just a game.
How long of a walk is it to wherever Darrell is right now?
It's a long walk.
It's a lot closer for you than it is for. Well, I guess you and Jeff are pretty close to him, equal miles.
Dude, I am. I'm lost. But at least I got the knob and ECBP. I will take that to my grave.
That's a win.
That's a win. And we got the Hard Truth. We knew that one off the rip.
So we know the Hard Truth is in B. We know that the Stranahan's in C.
So B's 3 parts, right? So you got Hard Truth.
All right, I'm gonna go in on B.
Frick.
We're gonna tackle B right now.
Do we have maybe a favorite?
I mean, there's an MGP on B. There's an MGP on
There's
B.
2 bottles of MGP. There's MBC and copper and cask.
Yeah, but neither of them are now in A, so one of them has to be in B.
Copper and cask is in B.
So Hard Truth, copper and cask.
Yep.
And
But there's something adding a dark note to B. What is it? It's the innkeeper. Is because we don't know that the innkeeper is what we got right on C.
It's definitely not what we got right on C, because the only thing that we got right on C was Stranahan's.
So the innkeeper and copper and cask.
No, you had the innkeeper on C. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay, we got it right then on C then, if he said that.
No, you had innkeeper at first, and that wasn't correct on C.
Oh.
Is what I'm
saying. So we're saying innkeeper's on B. We're saying Hard Truth is on B.
Yeah, Hard Truth is locked in already on B.
And we're saying copper and cask. Copper, cask, Hard Truth, innkeeper on B.
You guys good with that? This is your last guess for B.
How many?
Jeff?
Hard Truth.
Innkeeper.
Copper, cask.
Copper and cask.
Okay, let's do it.
2 out of 3.
God!
It's the fucking NBC that's throwing us off.
Hard Truth.
I'm telling you.
2XO, copper and cask. Okay.
Which 2 did we get right?
Hard Truth and copper and cask.
Oh my god! So what's adding this note to this dark
Copper
note?
and cask is what's adding a dark note for you.
Okay.
That one's an 8-year Florida age, which is a way different MGP profile than the standard MGP.
What about copper and cask, Hard Truth, and Old Ritter?
This is what B, right? Yeah.
I think you got it, Kelsey.
I think that might be it.
Because it's got a
No.
butterscotch note on it.
Hang on. I think it's the tawny.
You think it's the tawny port?
Yeah.
All right, Darrell, which one of us was right, or are we both wrong?
Both are wrong.
Oh my god.
One person's closer.
So it's the 12-year. It's a Redbreast 12-year on this.
Jeezy, Pete.
God dang it.
The Redbreast 12-year is in here at 12.5%.
You've taken us down
Yeah.
to the studs, Darrell.
Redbreast 12, Copper and Cast and Hard Truth, yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Not 12%. It's a lot more of a
Is it?
percentage than you think. Yeah.
Man, this is hard as shit. This is really hard. We're an hour and 40 in of us going, oh.
I'm sure the audience is doing the same thing. Holy fuck, will you just make up your freaking minds? I know that's what I'd be doing.
Oh.
50%
Good.
Copper and Cast, 25 the other two.
Wow.
So we got B and
So-
D.
And we picked out the Hard Truth based on it being 1/4 of this
Immediately on
blend.
the nose for Kelsey, picked out Hard Truth.
Man, that Hard Truth was like stood out to me like a sore thumb.
Crazy.
Cam, you picked out Foursquare and Fourier immediately on A. Then you guys started deviating from there.
Yeah.
So you still got two more for A. Three's locked in. You got 3. You got D, or sample B and sample D's completed. You got 2 parts of sample A and 1 part of sample C.
All right. What is B's final combination?
Hard Truth, Copper and Cask, Innkeeper. I mean, sorry, no. Copper and Cast, Hard Truth, Redbreast, Cast Strength.
Okay.
And what did we get right? Oh God, what did we get right on C so far? We got only
Stranahan's is all we got right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So it's got the strain of hands. It's got the red breast.
It has the tawny port for sure. It's got to. I think it's got the NBC. And hang on.
Okay.
And the old Ritter. Have we asked the Yellowstone on A or C? I think we asked it on A.
You haven't asked it on A.
I think it's on. I think
we haven't asked it at all.
Okay. Because we have 1 spot left on C, and A we have 2 spots left.
See?
Oh my God, will you guys?
Exactly what I said, Top Dog.
It's harder than you think,
Make your
Top
fucking
Dog.
mind.
It's harder than you think.
I think there's a butterscotch notes. I'm going with the
C.
Yellowstone.
See?
So Yellowstone,
on C.
C.
And I think on
Redbreast,
A.
Bar.
I
What
think
was
on
the-
A is
The 4th one, though, on C. You had Yellowstone, Stranahan's, Redbreast.
NBC.
NBC and
And-
the Yellowstone.
And on A, I think we get the New Riff malted rye on A. And I think we get the 2XO Innkeeper, but that's crazy.
You locking in all? Well, you locking in C?
Yeah. Let's lock in C.
Okay, you guys are making me sneeze.
So, with that being said, sample C is 100% correct, which makes A 100% correct as well.
Yeah,
There we go.
The
Thank
Innkeeper is
you.
hiding on A.
The Innkeeper is hiding, although it's at 25%
No.
of that blend.
But so that was Kelsey and I threw us off from the very start
The woody-
because Kelsey
the
and I
woody-
picked up on the double oaked note and we
Yes.
attributed it to the MBC and it was the 2XO the entire time.
Yeah.
So that threw us off for the last 2 hours.
Thank you, dear Jesus. That's over.
Yeah, sample A, 2XO, 4-square, New Riff 8-year, and 4-gate.
Damn. What a blend.
Component
dude.
wise, yeah, 25% XO if anybody's, or the 2XO if anybody's interested. 12.5 on the 4-square, 25% on the New Riff 8-year, 37.5 on the 4-gate.
What was the 12.5?
12.5 was the 4-square, the rum.
Okay. Yeah, that came through so strong.
I didn't want to use too much because I know like light whiskey, it overtakes it. You know what I mean? So I didn't want to be too, I didn't want to have a little bit either, right? I wanted it to be at least 10% of any blend if I was doing it, just to, have it in there. Sample B, which was the Redbreast 12-year cash strength, copper and cast 8-year small batch, Hard Truth rye single barrel, 25% Redbreast, 50% copper and cast, 25% the Hard Truth. Which that one's probably one of the easier ones to recreate.
Yeah.
Because it's single barrels, but like the 12-year cash strengths are pretty dang similar. It's almost like a small, actually they are small batch, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're not single barrels. Sample C, NBC Presto, 37.5%. The Yellowstone pick, 25%. Stranahan's pick, 25%. Redbreast Tawny Port, 12.5%.
And that Stranahan's is so... Wow. Hard Truth and Stranahan's for me were the ones that stood out the most to me, like automatically off the bat.
Yeah, but I think you picked both immediately.
Yeah.
But in C, you had both Redbreast and Stranahan's?
Yes. Yeah.
You know,
American single malt and
what's funny is these are my original notes when we were talking. This is what Darrell was talking about when we were better off if we would have stuck with it. Stranahan's, Tawny Port, but then we said 2XO, and then we said NBC. Yeah. We were questioning it on our first take of it, and we just didn't know what to stick with.
That's what made this smell so malty, though, was that there's Stranahan's and 2 Irish whiskeys. I mean...
1 Irish.
Well, you said both Redbreast, right?
No, the first Redbreast was in sample B, the 12-year cash strength. So NBC Presto, Yellowstone, Stranahan's, and Tawny Port.
Yellowstone. Right. Okay.
All right. You guys
sample
in for
D. Oh, go ahead.
Nope, go on.
Oh, sample D, like you guys had, ECBP and Knob Creek 50-50 blend. Yeah. Both of those were picks, by the way.
That's a great blend, by the way, dude.
I just kind of like, that was the one that was like up in the air. Like I needed like I wanted to have a 2 sample blend, but kind of wanted some depth. And
which Knob Creek pick is that?
That's the one that I got to send you guys.
It's the new one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think it smelled like bean tap.
No, it's not that, but it's not typical bean profile either. Like you'll get a slight nuttiness on the beginning, but then it opens up to, like, you guys thought it may have been finished. And Todd was saying like that cherry and that citrus that you get on that on the palate of it's pretty nice and different from most Knob Creeks and bean products, which I really like about that bottle.
Good blends, bro.
What was the favorites? I'm just curious.
Mine was C.
C for you. I know Cam earlier you said D. I don't know if that changed.
D is really like the most. D is like the most classic. I would either say B or D.
B or D.
Yeah.
Mr. Wack.
I'm on Kelsey's side. I'm going to go C, D, B, A. That's my order.
C, D, B, A.
Yep.
What's interesting about C, like the first thing I said about it was like, oh, this thing has like a personality. It's like very distinct. It knows what it is. And to me, that's just the fact that it's the Stranahan's and the Redbreast. It's like very much malt,
It's aimed in the same direction. That's why.
Yeah. B is like more all over the place, I think.
You said D?
B is more all over the place. And then D is also, D and C are in the same category. They're like aimed at a singular direction, D being nutty bourbon. Man. That was hard.
That was probably the most difficult thing we've done in the last 2 years.
I didn't want it to be super hard. I wanted it to be, fun. But like working through it's obviously fun, but it is tough, right? Like you only can use them once. Like you got to work with each other. With us, it's a little easier because we've done it a lot. But working with somebody new, granted, you've done a blind with Cam, it's still a little difficult. But
especially when some people know we knew certain bottles that he didn't know, and then he was calling out stuff that I think that neither one of us was picking up on to a certain degree.
Yeah,
us knowing the bottles might have worked against us though in a few places.
That's true. They could have.
Yeah, Cam was pretty locked in for like the first Well, actually, for a lot of it, like you were calling about 1 to 2 bottles of each of them, not necessarily knowing that
Then we
you
talked
were
you
right
out.
or not. Then Kelsey, you as well though. Like you, as soon as you knows B and C, like you knew the first components in both of them. But it's from there. That's the hard part, right? When we did it was nailing that first sample.
I think the only one that I didn't know a component in was A.
A.
So I knew the hard truth was B. I knew the Stranahan's was C, and I knew that the ECBP was in D. So
our first instincts were so much better than when we talked ourselves out of things. So if you look at A here, so A, ignore the MBC. We're like, okay, so that's got the rum. We said 4-gate originally on A. We said it's Irish or the Stranahan. Irish ended up being true. We said the knob, but that was actually the 2XO with the nuttiness.
Yeah.
You guys worked around it. You worked around it nicely. Like it wasn't supposed to be easy, but nor was it supposed to be like very, very difficult.
Yeah.
But that's why I wanted to incorporate the questions, right? Because if you didn't have questions to know, like if you were getting it right, it would have been really, really hard. Like when we did it originally.
yeah.
But the fun of it was just like I love blending shit. You know what I mean? Regardless if you guys liked them or didn't like them, it's fun doing. I thought all were pretty decent on their own. Some better than the others.
Cam, before you pour something, what are you pouring?
I was pouring Heaven Hill 17.
Oh, that's Heaven Hill? Why does it look like... Oh, okay. I just seen the white little strip. I thought it was like the Obtanium. Okay.
I'm about to do a wheel spin.
Oh, okay. Do it. Let's see if I got to crack something new. I saw your Chateau de la Baude behind you, and I'm like fucking itching to go down to my basement and get one because I've got 2 in the basement unopened, and I'm like itching to go get one and open it up, dude.
We cracked that in Kentucky, and it was.
You're making me do one of like the Dave Chappelle, like.
Let's see if the wheel agrees with you.
Y'all got any more of them Chateau de la Baude batch ones?
All right,
got them cheeseburgers.
Do one more wheel, then we'll end the night, everybody.
Thanks for hanging, guys. It's been almost 2 hours. Probably the longest we've been going for, I don't know, probably since our channel started, to be honest. Is it something finished? If it is, it's fake, Cam.
What's it say?
Baby, be a sample kind of man.
Oh.
You can crack it and pour it into a sample, then pour it into a glass.
Yeah.
I just reorganized my samples today, so let me find the Heaven Hill 27 sample.
Jeez Louise.
So it's sample time.
Ooh, sample. I got a Top Dog box over here with some samples in there. I'll pull one out of there.
All right. Here we go.
Oh my god, this thing's heavy too. Jesus. Oh shit.
All right.
I'm gonna reach in here blind. There's only one that's off limits. Wait, this feels empty. That's empty. Why is that in there?
Good lord.
Empty too. All right. What is this one? Oh, Jesus. Probably picked the highest proof one in here. Jeff, Top Dog said, pull the Green River sample. If that's close to you.
All right. Top Dog wants me to do stairs tonight. I'll be right back.
So my sample is a Old Carter American Batch 11. Got 134.6 proof. As if I didn't drink a lot of whiskey already.
They're up to I didn't know they were up that high on the Americans. Batch
Dude,
11.
this is like probably from I think they're on like 15 or something now.
Oh wow.
What's that?
Oh,
ooh,
Kelvin one.
That looks like my great handwriting.
Yeah, it's yours. Kelvin 1.
Kelvin 1. Ooh,
Kelvin
okay.
1.
Kelvin
Dude,
2 for the win.
This Dark Arts blunt blend, I could totally see, like, while I do not do it nowadays, I have smoked some of the marijuana, and this would pair, actually. I could totally see why this would work with that. It's weirdly, like, it smells like a dryer sheet.
Dryer sheet.
It's like a dry. It's like very bright. Like it's like fruity, floral, and grassy rye.
And fresh, like
clean linen.
Yeah, it is. It's weird. Like, but I could see why this would. There's also like it kind of smells like weed, kind of. You know, like I could totally see why this would work. It's hilarious.
Oh man,
Funny man.
Damn, that Kelvin one is good.
Here's the Glen I just pulled out. So ignore the last 2 hours and please vote for
these guys.
Hey, I'm not going to be on Matt Madness, so you know that there's a reason for that.
Oh man, yeah, I'm coming for the belts, man. Tell me, I want to walk around like Canelo with like 7 different belts around. So, Jeff, if I see you in there, if we make it, it's no friends. I don't know you.
Toshi, you got to get this blunt blend, dude. Toshi's in NorCal,
so blend and try a pairing.
All right, so
what's
I don't know
that?
if you can see that. I've got a Green River
single barrel.
Oh, is that Renee?
Picked by Renee.
Yeah.
She overruled 3 of the people on the pick. It's 5.5 years old, 119 proof. All right,
Nice.
this will be fun. Cheers.
Cheers to
Cheers,
you,
guys.
This freaking American's like just candy now, coming off that. Like American whiskey is just like, dude, nosiness. It reminds me of damn rum, and we were talking about it earlier, Cam. I'm like, this smells like freaking Foursquare.
I don't like rum, and I don't really like light whiskey either.
Mm-hmm.
In blends, light whiskey, if it's really low in the blend, it's cool. I mean, rum in this blend though, it doesn't kill it. You know,
Hey, right?
Is it because light whiskey typically only has like the same notes over? Like, I mean, any light whiskey is going to have typically the same notes, or why?
It's this like sappiness that light whiskey has, and rum has it too. It's like this sweet, sappy thing.
Super sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Okay.
But it's like it almost tastes artificial to me. Both of those things. You know?
Cam, Jeff was CDBA. What was your full ranking, Cam? Besides just first.
You mean like favorite
from first to
pours?
last? Yeah, from first to last.
D, B, C, A.
C, A. And Kelsey, you were C what?
I'm going to go C, B, D, A.
C, B, D, A. Okay.
So we didn't really like the rums, it sounds like.
Oh, yeah. Yep, all 3 had that one. So NBC, actually, shit. I'm looking at your guesses instead of the correct one. Foursquare, New Riff, 4-Gate, 2XO. B was probably the consensus for second, it looks like, with C up in the air. 2 of you guys got C for first. My thought would have been either B, like, I was flip-flopping originally when I did this. I thought C was the outlier because the nose was so drastically different than the 3. And it was funky. And I was like, damn, I don't know if I like the nose. And I went to the palate and I was like, oh, man, I really like the palate. So I was like, shit, I'm just going to keep it in there. Then I had B, and once it sat for a bit, like the MGP kind of shined a little bit more from that copper and cast. So I was up in the air between the 2. My profile, like, and you would probably think I would choose C because it's a little bit fruitier. I liked B a little bit more. But it was kind of like up in the air, like between the 2. Like you can flip flop between B and C for me. D was simple but good. You know, like I wanted something to be not relatively easy, but a two-part blend that's still pretty decent. You know, you get kind of the best of both. You get the ECBP, you get the kind of beanie, or not beanie, but like peanut side of it. But the ECB kind of hides it a little bit. You know, so your thoughts were like finish, right? You know, and that Knob Creek has, I don't want to say it comes across finished on its own, but it's not typical Knob Creek. You know, so when you blended those 2 together, it made it pretty nice for like a 2-part blend. You know, but these are fun, man. Mix and match and just throw some things around.
Thanks so much, Richie. Appreciate you, buddy.
Cheers, Richie.
Yeah, I think, you know, what's interesting is smelling something when it's all blind like this, smelling D, which is simple. You know, it has a simple profile. But it's like, to me, that actually worked probably the best, you know, because it is so simple. Whereas the other ones were a little more of like an intellectual exercise going through them. So
what's really interesting is to try to do this without any knowledge of any of the bottles.
Yeah.
That's really, really hard.
It is very difficult, but I think that if you only did 3 components of each blend, now the other thing that you would have to do is you'd have to give at least one of those 3 components in each of those blends that is the traditional notes of that particular bottle.
Be like Sudoku, man. You just give one blend per sample.
Right.
You know, you get the one number, because that's hard. Like if you never,
it is very difficult. Yeah.
Like this is hard enough, and like you guys 3 of you tasted most of them. You know, Cam was in the air with some of the single barrels, but like it's still hard, right? Like going with completely blind, like, geez, you know, you're basing it off of distillery notes versus, you know, actual bottles.
Right.
Excuse me.
That Kelvin 60 is a good bottle. I enjoyed that one.
Oh yeah. Anxious to see the single barrels coming out this year.
Yep.
Those Kelvin 60s, man. Because the batch version was, I thought, pretty good. When I sat down with it, it was weird because it didn't score as high as I thought it would have.
I'm wondering if that was because when we tasted it and who were we with when we first tasted it.
No, so I sat down with it after to score it. So I tasted it and loved it every time I tasted it, but when I actually sat down to score it, it didn't score as high as I thought it was going to score.
Gotcha.
You know, picking it apart, but it's good. But the single barrels, I'm really, really curious to see how those are this year when they come out.
Yeah.
This. All right, what are we at? 10:04 over here. It's probably right?
I'm trying to commit this to memory. So I've got a Green River single barrel here
from Renee.
The main thing that I'm getting off of this is a nougat from a Three Musketeer bar. So I pulled out a Green River.
What was that again? A nougat or nugget?
Nougat. You say it nougat, right?
Yeah.
Well, nougat. You didn't say that the first time. You said something different the first time. It was weird.
You said nougat.
It was weird. Anyway, go on. Sorry.
Comparing things.
So I got a nougat from a Three Musketeer bar.
Nougat.
And I went for a Green River pick that I wasn't too impressed with, a single barrel. That note is here too, though. So now I've got to like commit this nougat thought to Three River maybe going forward. To Green River.
I'm wondering if Jason's will have that same.
That one got talked up. Turk said that one was lovely too. I don't know if they had the other ones you're tasting, Jeff, but
I always get
have that note.
I get fresh leather, blackberry, and butter on a lot of Green River products. Like, and the leather note is like really fresh. It's not funky at all. It's this weird, like bright leather butter, blackberry thing. Okay. But I like it.
Yeah, that sounds good. Blackberry leather, oak. Oh man, just going through nose and knees. Like they change. Like the longer they sit in the glass, the more the nose changes on them. It's kind of fun. But
no, this is the best Green River I've had so far. Top guy.
Okay. There you go.
Right, Darrell, I had another driftless. I had another driftless Glenpick Darrell rye the other night on a blind flight, and I could not believe it, man. They all have that crazy ass fruity thing. Yeah. I can't believe that.
Yeah,
some of those come across really like, how is this not finished type thing. They come across so wild. Sometimes
I don't understand it. It's like, how do you get that flavor out of non-finishing?
I don't know.
Yeah, I was in that boat with you in Michigan. I'm like, what the heck is this,
Dude, crazy. I want to go pick one so bad.
Yeah, driftless is good stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. But here we go. Let me see.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, fellas, we've hit 10 o'clock. I don't know if we've ever actually gone this far into the night before.
I don't know if we have.
This old fart's getting tired. I can tell you that.
Who, you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Kelsey's like, end it all.
Bed at like 6 p.m. normally. So, like, we're stretching it all our streams for him.
This old fart does have to go to bed.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's been better since I got my CPAP. I will say that. Much better. Much better. Less tired all the time.
Jesus. Not catching yourself.
Cam,
waking you up.
thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Dude, thanks for having me. Jeez.
The experience was more soul-crushing and confidence depleting in quite a few ways.
Dude, I'm going to be taking antidepressants on my live stream tomorrow night. I'm going to start the stream by popping some Zoloft,
Oh, jeez.
Oh, no.
I'm 10 whiskeys deep already. We're just starting. I'm traumatized.
Try to make it fun.
Appreciate you coming by tonight. And when we see you in the finals for Matt Madness, we're going to have a lot of fun too.
Yeah, man. I mean, I didn't talk to Matt. I just saw that he said Cam and Shook are going to be in the finals. All right, So we'll see how that goes. I wonder how he's going to seed that final step ladder. If it's going to be like a 3-way at the end with whoever wins it, or if it's going to be like, me and then Shook or whatever the case. I mean, Shook shouldn't even be in the step ladder. He shouldn't even be in the. He sucks. But his palate is terrible. I'm just kidding.
No, that's my theme of the night with the New World Order. We're going to take down all of y'all that have won anything. We're going to take you all down.
I'm ready, man. I'm seeking vengeance after
Terrell's year to accumulate belts. So,
dude, I had an early exit last year, man. I'm coming back with a vengeance. I missed.
It's just test taking, dude. Like, oh geez, I'm gonna spill. Freaking Matt Madness is literally like taking the SAT. I don't know. Like, I'm always thinking like, why is Matt asking this question? You know what I mean?
Yeah. It was one question that got me. If I hit that, like, I'm in there. But now I got potentially this year to try to make up for it. What was that? Now for the high proof stuff. Ooh, no.
Now we want the Heaven Hill 18.
17. The 18 sucks.
Yeah, 18.
Good. I'm like, why are you subjecting yourself to the 18 at the end of the stream?
He sent me the 18 Cam, and I went,
bro.
Immediately.
I got my bottle back there has like an ounce and a half left in it, and people are like, "You went through that fast." I'm like, "No, I sold samples."
Yes. I immediately reached out to Cam. I was like, "What are your thoughts on this?" Just to make sure I wasn't like, like crazy. And no.
Buy a William Heaven Hill 17 and like drink half of it and sell the other half. It's like if you want the experience of the Heaven Hill 18 but better.
Vic, I'm coming for you, losers. Samplers are in. All right, man. I'm coming for everybody. I'm telling you. No friends in Matt Madness. As nice of a guy as I am during the streams, turning it off. That's going to be really hard, dude. I can't even be mean. It's like, I can't even try to be mean. I just still sound
Just remember your poker face and you'll be fine.
My poker face
you kill everybody in poker, so just pretend you're playing poker.
Oh, shit. But yes, guys, it's been real. I know everybody's been hanging with us for what, 2 hours and 8 minutes already.
Yeah.
We don't want to keep you any longer. There's probably a couple of the streams going on. I'm gonna drink some water and relax.
All
right, guys. Cheers.
Cheers, man.
Real.
Cheers, everybody.
Thanks so much for coming on, Cam.
Cheers, everybody in chat. Till next week. See y'all on the flip side.
Goodbye,
right.
whiskey friends.
Kelsey's like, I'm out of here.
Kelsey's like, I need bed.
Let's just keep going now. Like Kelsey's out.
Yeah, he's gone. He's
No,
gone.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
We're having storms. Like,
Damn it. Shit, you heard us, guys.
Guys, you guys all got that blind flight I sent you, right? We're gonna do that next.
Yeah.
And it's a
Good
win.
decisions. Good decisions.
Cheers, everybody.
Jeff, just be friends with me. But you have these whiskey friends, and you say hello again. Oh, Jeffrey, you should just be friends with me. But you have these whiskey friends, and you say hello again. Oh, Jeffrey, you should just be friends with me. But you have these whiskey friends, and you